2. Check. 1, 2.
Test 1, 2.
Mm-hmm. 1, 2. Check.
Came a day when I had to leave Beaumont again. For the cattle were lowing and
So
starting
hello
to
everybody, how you
grow
doing
rather
out
thin.
there?
She
Well, I
is
just
coming
want you
by
to know how very happy I am to have all of you here. I hope you'll take a look
1,
at the
2,
schedule
check.
for the weekend and figure out all the different places you want to be. And right here, well, you're at the right place tonight, let me tell you, because I have the pleasure of introducing to you my friends Guy Clark and Verlon Thompson, Sugar Hill recording artists. Please welcome them.
Thank you. It's real civilized, isn't it? Now William Butler Yeats and Jeans got up to play guitar and sing in some joint in Mission Beach last night. And at the door sat Tom Waits in a pork pie hat and silver skates. He's juggling 3 collection plates. Jesus Christ. Towns Van Zandt standing at the bar, skinning a Hollywood movie star. He can't remember where he parked his car, to whom he lost the keys. But he's full of angst and hillbilly haiku. What's a poor Fort Worth boy to do? Go on, rhyme something for a man, show him how you really feel. There ain't no money in poetry, and that's what says the poet free. And I've had all the freedom I can stand. Cold dog soup and rainbow pie is all it takes to get me by. Fool my belly till the day I die. Cold dog soup and rainbow pie. Ginsberg and Kerouac was shooting dice, playing Ramblin' Jack's guitar with a cowboy painting pickguard on it. And they sat in the back and they drank for free, and they rhymed orange with Rosalie. Now there's a pride of lines to draw to. Said there ain't no money in poetry, that's what says the poet free. I've had all the freedom I can stand. That cold dog soup and rainbow pie, it's all it takes to get me by. Fool my belly till the day I die. Cold dog soup and rainbow pie. Said there ain't no money, poetry, and that's what sets a poet free. And I've had all the freedom I can stand. That cold dog soup and rainbow pie, all it takes to get me by. Fool my belly till the day I die. Cold dog soup and rainbow pie. Thank you. Nice to be seen. Woo. You guys ever jump off the garage when you was little? Remember what your mama said? Don't jump off the garage. You're going to break your arm. Put that BB gun down. Put your eye out. 8 years old with a flour sack cape tied all around his neck. He climbed up on the garage, he's figuring what the heck. Screwed his courage up so tight that the whole thing come unwound. He got a running start and bless his heart, he headed for the ground. Well, he's one of those who knows that life is just a leap of faith. Spread your arms and hold your breath and always trust your cape. Now he's all grown up with a flour sack cape tied all around his dreams. And he's full of piss and vinegar, and he's busting at the seams. So he licked his finger, then he checked the wind. He said it's gonna be do or die. He wasn't scared of nothing, boys. He's pretty sure he could fly. Well, he's one of those who knows that life is just a leap of faith. Spread your arms and hold your breath and always trust your cape. Now he's old and gray with a flour sack cape tied all around his head. And he's still jumping off the garage and will be till he's dead. All these years the people said he's acting like a kid. He did not know he could not fly, so he did. Well, he's one of those who know that life is just a leap of faith. Spread your arms and hold your breath and always trust your cape. Yeah, he's one of those who knows that life is just a leap of faith. Spread your arms and hold your breath and always trust your cape. Spread your arms and hold your breath and always trust your cape. Thanks. This is a song about the first time I ever saw a streamlined train. And it happened in a little town in West Texas where I was born called Monahans. It's out between Pecos and nowhere. It's so flat. It's so flat you can actually see the curvature of the earth. Anyway, I never forgot it. It was like a moonshot or a shuttle launch or something, you know. I mean, the whole town turned out. Train didn't stop or nothing. We all went down there anyway. Now, being 6 years old, I had seen some trains before, so it's hard to figure out what I'm at the depot for. Trains are big and black and smoke and steam, screaming at the wheels. bigger than anything there is. At least that's the way she feels. Trains are big and black and smoking, louder than July 4th. But everybody's acting like there might be something more than just picking up the mail or the soldiers from the war. Just something that even old man Wildman never seen before. It's a late afternoon on a hot Texas day. Something strange is going on and we're all in the way. Well, there's 50 or 60 people just sitting on their cars, and the old men left their dominoes and they come down from the bars. Ooh, everybody's checking. Old Jack Pitcher'll check his watch, and us kids put our ears to the rails to hear 'em pop. So we already know that when they finally said train time, you'd have thought that Jesus Christ himself was rolling down the line. Those things got real quiet. Mama jerked me back, not before I'd got the chance to lay a nickel on the track. Woo. Look out, here she comes, she's coming. Look out, there she goes, she's gone. Screaming straight through Texas like a mad dog. Cyclone, big and red and silver. She don't make no smoke. She's a fast rolling streamline, come to show the folks. I said, look out, here she comes, she's coming. Look out, there she goes, she's gone. Screaming straight through Texas like a mad dog. Cyclone. She never even stopped. But she left 50 or 60 people still sitting on their cars, and they're wondering what it's coming to and how it got this far. Oh, but me, I got a nickel smashed flatter than a dime by a mad dog, runaway, red, silver, streamline train. Look out, here she comes, she's coming. Look out, there she goes, she's gone. Screaming straight through Texas like a mad dog. Cyclone, big and red and silver. She don't make no smoke. She's a fast rolling streamline, come to show the folks. I said, look out, here she comes, she's coming. Look out, there she goes, she's gone. Screaming straight through Texas like a mad dog. Cyclone, look out, here she comes, she's coming. Look out, there she goes, she's gone. Screaming straight through Texas like a mad dog. Cyclone. I got an old blue shirt, suits me just fine. I like the way it feels, so I wear it all the time. I got an old guitar, won't ever stay in tune. I like the way it sounds in a dark and empty room. I got an old pair of boots and they fit just right. Well, I can work all day, I can dance all night. I got an old used car and it runs just like a top. I get the feeling it ain't ever gonna stop. Stuff that works, stuff that holds up, the kind of stuff you don't hang on the wall. Stuff that's real, stuff you feel, the kind of stuff you reach for when you fall. I got a pretty good friend who's seen me at my worst. He can't tell if I'm a blessing or a curse, but he always shows up when the chips are down. That's the kind of stuff I like to be around. Stuff that works, stuff that holds up, the kind of stuff you don't hang on the wall. Stuff that's real, stuff you feel, the kind of stuff you reach for when you fall. Got a woman I love, she's crazy and paints like God. She got a playground sense of justice, she won't take odds. I got a tattoo with her name right through my soul, and I think everything she touches turns to gold. Stuff that works, stuff that holds up, kind of stuff you don't hang on the wall. Stuff that's real, stuff you feel, the kind of stuff you reach for when you fall. A love song, a tender ballad. Stand up here and do this and you think nobody's ever heard it. Well, it's that time of year, folks. This is a seasonal tune. There ain't nothing in the world that I like better than bacon and lettuce and homegrown tomatoes. Up in the morning, out in the garden, get you a ripe one, do not get a hard one. Plant them in the spring, eat them in the summer. All winter without them's a culinary bummer. I forget all about the sweating and digging. Every time I go out, pick me a big one. Homegrown tomatoes, homegrown tomatoes. What'll life be without homegrown tomatoes? Only two things that money can't buy, and that's true love and homegrown tomatoes. Oh, pick it, guy. You can go out to eat, and that's for sure, but it's nothing a homegrown tomato won't cure. Put them in a salad, put them in a stew, make your very own tomato juice. You can eat them with eggs, you can eat them with gravy, eat them with beans, pinto or navy. Put them on the side, put them in the middle, put a homegrown tomato on a hot cake griddle. Homegrown tomatoes, homegrown tomatoes. What'll life be without homegrown tomatoes? Only two things that money can't buy, and that's true love and homegrown tomatoes. Change this life I lead, I'd be Johnny Tomato Seed, 'cause I know what this country needs is homegrown tomatoes in every yard you see. But when I die, don't bury me, in a box in a cemetery. Out in the garden would be much better, and I could be pushing up homegrown tomatoes, homegrown tomatoes, homegrown tomatoes. What'll life be without homegrown tomatoes? Only two things that money can't buy, and that's true love and homegrown tomatoes, homegrown tomatoes, homegrown tomatoes. What'll life be without homegrown tomatoes? Only two things that money can't buy, and that's true love and homegrown tomatoes. Thank you. Well, as you can see, it doesn't take a whole lot to amuse us. I heard an interesting little piece of wisdom the other day, which I thought I would share with you tonight. You know, they say it's the early bird that gets the worm, but it's the second mouse that gets the cheese. Oh dear, let's do if I can just reach one person. At some point. Okay. My guitar is gone. There it is. What happened? Anybody know? Oh, came unplugged. Okay. How about oh. Yeah, I know. Somebody asked for this song earlier. Real nice lady. Actually, this is my favorite song I've ever written. I got a little temperature problem here for just a second, if you don't mind. Certainly couldn't be my ear. It's cold weather, everything goes sharp. Yeah, sure. Yeah, right. Actually, I'm the world's worst guitar tuner. I can usually find the string that's out of tune. Then I tune the other 5 to it. Anyway, this is a song about 10 seconds in a woman's life. It's just not that 10 seconds. Well, she's standing on the gone side of leaving. She found her thumb and stuck it in the breeze. She'll take anything going close to somewhere She can lay it down and live it like she'd please. But she ain't going nowhere, she's just leaving. She ain't going nowhere, she can't breathe. And she ain't going home, and that's for sure. Well, the wind had his way with her hair, and the blues had their way with her smile. But she had a way of her own, just like prisoners have a way with a file. She ain't going nowhere, she's just leaving. She ain't going nowhere, she can't breathe. And she ain't going home, and that's for sure. She's not sitting down crying on her suitcase. She had no second thoughts by the road. She's got feelings that need some repairing, and she did not give a damn that it showed. 'Cause she ain't going nowhere, she's just leaving. She ain't going nowhere, she can't breathe. And she ain't going home, that's for sure. Now she ain't going nowhere, she's just leaving. She ain't going nowhere, she can't breathe. And she ain't going home, and that's for sure. Now she ain't going home, and that's for sure. Yes. Parking lot. Okay. Dark as a dungeon? Well, first of all, I want to sing y'all this little fiddle tune. Well, it's not really, it's kind of an imaginary fiddle tune. Part you imagine is the fiddle. It's about an old girl from Arkansas named Sis Draper. Kick your shoes off in the corner, mama, tuck them babies all up snug. Sis Draper's coming over, we all gonna cut a rug. When you see that white lantern swinging yonder, coming up the holler road, them dogs will get to barking all through time, all up with a rope. Now you boys better get in tune, Sis Draper's gonna be here soon. Don't shoot no dice or get too tight, you're gonna pick with Sis tonight. Now she came down from the Boston mountains, there was lightning in the air, honey on them fiddle strings. magnolia in her hair. Now she's a diamond in the rough. If you can't see the shine, that's tough. She'll play all night for the likes of us. Sis Draper's got the touch. She'll play all night if she feels like it. Have some fruit punch if you spike it. Sis don't care who don't like it. See, old sis has got a hell of a bow arm on. Now she stepped up and sawed one off. Uncle Cleve dropped his jaw, said she's the best I ever saw. She must be from Arkansas. Now I think Grandpa used to date her. Grandma said she still hates her. All the fellers stand up straighter in the presence of Sis Draper. Sis Draper is the devil's daughter. Played the fiddle daddy bought her. Played it like her mama taught her. She's a traveling Arkansas, yeah. So she put her fiddle in a box, said it's getting awful late. She's on her way to Little Rock. Little Rock can't wait. So we all stood out in the yard, and hands all full of watermelon, and watched her leave and watched her go, and wishing we was in that wagon. Sis Draper is the devil's daughter. Played the fiddle daddy bought her. Played it like her mama taught her. She's a traveling Arkansas, yeah. That's cool. All right, let's see now. What was it somebody asked for? Parking lot. Parking lot. That's what it was. We have a winner. It's not that I wouldn't like to do every one that everybody calls out for. It's just my short-term memory is shot. My wife says I can hide my own Easter eggs. I was sitting on the fender of someone else's truck, drinking Old Crow whiskey and hot 7-Up out in the parking lot. And you can hear the band playing right through the wall. There ain't no cover charge, there ain't no last call out in the parking lot. Now there's a couple of cowpokes putting up their dukes. There wasn't much to it after both of them puked out in the parking lot. And then someone called the police, and the police finally came, and they wrote them a couple of tickets, and they took a couple of names out in the parking lot. Well, I love to see the neon dancing on the gravel. I love to hear the pickup trucks come unraveled. And some have given up, and some have given in. Looks like everybody's looking for a friend out in the parking lot. Whoops, there's a couple who could not wait to get home. Oh, they're probably in love, so let's leave them alone out in the parking lot. Now the band is on the bus, they're all loaded up to leave. But the drummer's got a girlfriend and she's tugging at his sleeve out in the parking lot. I love to see the neon dancing on the gravel. I love to hear the pickup trucks come unraveled. And some have given up, some have given in. Looks like everybody's looking for a friend out in the parking lot. Now everybody's gone, and they've shot out all the lights, and the dust begins to settle. And it's never been so quiet out in the parking lot. Thanks. Sure thing. Now, this is the first one I heard. Wrong. Pack up all your dishes, make note of all good wishes, say goodbye to the landlord for me. Son of a bitch has always bored me. Throw out them LA papers, molded box of vanilla wafers. Adios to all this concrete, gonna get me some dirt road back street. If I can just get off of this LA freeway without getting killed or caught, down that road in a cloud of smoke to some land I ain't about, and it's here's to you, old skinny Dennis. The only one I think I will miss. I can hear that old bass singing, sweet and low like a gift you're bringing. Play it for me one more time now. Got to give it all we can now. I believe everything you're saying, just to keep on playing. If I can just get off of this LA freeway without getting killed or caught, cloud of smoke to some land I ain't about calling you. Put the pink card in the mailbox. Leave the key in that old front door lock. They'll find it likely as not. I'm sure there's something we have forgot. Oh, Susanna, don't you cry, babe. Love's a gift that's surely handmade. We got something to believe in. Don't you think it's time we're leaving? I can just get off of this LA freeway without getting killed or caught. Down that road in a cloud of smoke to some land I ain't about. If I can just get off of this LA freeway without getting killed or caught. Down that road in a cloud of smoke to some land I ain't bought. So pack up all your dishes, make note of all good wishes, say goodbye to the landlord for me. The son of a bitch has always bored me. Thanks. Okay, I heard one I know. Now, he was a wino, tried and true, and done about everything there is to do. He worked on freighters, and he worked in bars, and he worked on farms, and he worked on cars. Well, it was white port that put that look in his eye grown men get when they need to cry. We sat down on the curb to rest, and his head just fell down on his chest. He says every single day it gets just a little bit harder to handle, and yet. And then he lost the thread, and his mind got cluttered, and the words just rolled off down the gutter. He was an elevator man in a cheap hotel in exchange for the rent on a one-room cell. And he's old, years beyond his time. No thanks to the world and the white port wine. So he said, son, he always called me son, said life for you has just begun. And then he told me the story I'd heard before, how he fell in love with a Dallas whore. How he could cut through the years to the very night that it ended in a whorehouse fight. She turned his last proposal down in favor of being a girl about town. Now it's been 17 years right in line. He ain't been straight none of the time. It's too many days of fighting the weather and too many nights of not being together. so he died. When they went through his personal effects, and among the stubs from the welfare checks was a crumbling picture of a girl and a door and an address in Dallas, nothing more. The welfare people provided the priest. A couple from the mission down the street sang Amazing Grace. No one cried except some lady in black way off to the side. We all left, and she's standing there, the black veil covering the silver hair. Old one-eyed John said her name was Alice, and she used to be a whore in Dallas. So let him roar, Lord, let him roll. I'll bet he's gone to Dallas, rest his soul. You let him roll, Lord, let him roar. He always said that heaven was just a Dallas whore. Just you let him roar, Lord, let him roll. I bet he's gone to Dallas, rest his soul. This is my dear friend Verlon Thompson. Verlon might be one of the best guitar players and singers and songwriters you've ever heard. And if you don't believe me, you will in a second. I'm going to make Verlon play you a couple of songs.
Well, last year was my first year here, and man, it's a real honor and a treat to be asked to come back again with Guy. This is a very cool place. We've been going all over the country, and man, when we hit the borderline over here and started smelling this Florida air and the moss in the trees, I told Guy I feel like I'm home now. Which is kind of odd because I'm from Oklahoma, actually. Guy told me I needed to write a song about my mama so I could get into heaven. I guess I didn't know that, but it's a songwriter's rule that if you don't write a song about your mama, you just don't get in the doors of heaven. So I went to work and wrote one, and it's about my mom. She was born and raised in southeastern Oklahoma in a little place they call Greasy Bend, and it's on the curve of the Ouachita River, and all a bunch of hogs died there one time, and the banks of the river got real messy and slimy, so it became known as Greasy Bend. And my mom's name is Darwita. She's part Choctaw Indian, and she plays a mandolin. And so I got to thinking, well, mandolin, Greasy Bend, it's a good place to start. So I wrote a song about it. You want to hear it?
Sorry.
Gotta wait for my side man here.
It's hard to get good help.
1, 2, 3. Down in Greasy Bend, picking up a storm again. The bridge across the Washita is swaying. You can hear it on the wind. Yeah, the music never ends. Darweeta's mandolin keeps playing. Now every hobo coming up the holler would leave a certain mark upon her gate. It's signed to all the others who might follow, saying stop a while and visit. She'll feed you beans and biscuits and pick some boiling cabbage in down yonder while you wait. So down in Greasy Bend, they're picking up a storm again. The bridge across the Washita is swaying. You can hear it on the wind. Yeah, the music never ends. Darweeta's mandolin keeps playing. Comes a peddler in his wagon. He's got pots and pans and lots of shiny things, and he promised young Darweeta he would have them. Not no box of candy kisses, no, not no dolly dishes. Her one and only wish was brand new mando strings. Head down to Greasy Bend, picking up a storm again. The bridge across the Washita is swaying. You can hear it on the wind. Yeah, the music never ends. Darweeta's mandolin keeps playing. Yeah, my mama's mandolin keeps playing. Thank you. Gravy? Okay. Well, this is another song my mom inspired. She used to make up this old stuff for breakfast every morning that we called good brown gravy. It was a mixture of milk and butter and more butter and more milk and sugar and cocoa, Hershey's chocolate stuff, and she'd mix it all together and boil it up, and then we'd put it on fresh scratch biscuits, and that's what I had for breakfast every morning until I was 17 years old. Pretty appetizing, isn't it? I can't make a living, but I sure do something to the neighborhood women. I wake up every morning with them knocking at my door. You can't keep them waiting when they're wanting some more. Hey, back, back, I holler to my hounds. You're supposed to keep them from coming around. I used to think they were after me, yeah, but they were just after my recipe for good brown gravy. My good brown gravy. All that they wanted was my good brown gravy. They're just after my good brown gravy. Well, you can eat it with a biscuit, you can sop it from a pan, or lick it off your finger if it's running down your hand. If I could find a backer, I'd make a big commotion. I'd put it on the market and call it biscuit lotion. Back, back, I holler to my hound. You're supposed to keep them from coming around. I used to think they were after me, that's what I thought. Yeah, but they were just after my recipe for good brown gravy. They just wanted my good brown gravy. All they was after was my good brown gravy. They just wanted my good brown gravy. Well, my granny told my mom about the power that it had. Said good brown gravy's the way she got my dad. They tried to get me in the Army and get me in the Navy just to get the secret of my good brown gravy. Hey, back, back, I keep a holler to my hound. You're supposed to keep them from coming around. I used to think they were after me. Yeah, but they were just after my recipe for good brown gravy. All they wanted was my good brown gravy. They're just driving me crazy for the good brown gravy. That's all they wanted. Good brown gravy. Well, you can eat it with a biscuit or just sop it from a pan or lick it off your fingers if it's running down your hand. If I could find a backer, I'd make a big commotion. Well, I've been thinking about this. I think the thing to do, I've been watching this trend that's happening all over the country. It's this internet thing. I think it's going to be big. So I'm going to jump right in there, and I think what I'll do is get me a web page. And my address will be something like sop.com. And there, I'll package it up in those little individual packets and put a label on it, and it'll be Verlon Thompson's one and only original good brown biscuit lotion. Thank y'all for listening to me. Here's Guy Clark. Thank you.
Well, you guys have been really sweet about this whole thing. We've had a real good time. There's going to be a lot more good music. Just hold tight. Well, I wished I was in Austin. In the chili parlor bar, drinking Mad Dog margaritas, not caring where you are. But here I sit in Dublin, just rolling cigarettes and holding back and choking back to shakes with every breath. So forgive me all my anger, forgive me all my faults. There's no need to forgive me for thinking what I thought. I loved you from the get-go, and I love you till I die. I loved you on the Spanish Steps the day you said goodbye. And I am just a poor boy. Lord works my middle name. If money was a reason, well, I would not be the same. But I'll stand up and be counted. And I'll face up to the truth. I'll walk away from trouble, but I can't walk away from you. So forgive me all my anger, forgive me all my faults. There's no need to forgive forgive me for thinking what I thought. I loved you from the get-go, and I love you till I die. I loved you on the Spanish Steps the day you said goodbye. I have been to Fort Worth, and I have been to Spain, and I have been too proud to come in out of the rain. And I have seen the David, I've seen the Mona Lisa too. And I have heard Doc Watson play Columbus Stockade Blues. So forgive me all my anger, forgive me all my faults, and there's no need to forgive me for thinking what I thought. I loved you from the get-go, and I love you till I die. I loved you on the Spanish Steps the day you said goodbye. I wished I was in Austin, in the chili parlor bar, drinking Mad Dog margaritas and not caring where you are. Thank you all very much. Verlon Thompson. Fort Worth, neon shining bright, pretty lights, red and blue. And they've shut down all the honky-tonks tonight. Say a prayer or two, if they only knew. Well, you used to say the highway was your home, we both know that ain't true. It's just the only place a man can go where he don't know where he's traveling to. And Colorado's always clean and healing. Tennessee, the spring is green and cool, but it never really was your kind of town. So you walked around with the Fort Worth blues. Somewhere out across the great divide, where the sky is wide and the clouds are few, a man can find his way clear to the light just to hold on tight. That's all you gotta do. They say in Texas the weather's always changing, and one thing change will bring is something new. And Houston really ain't your kind of town, so you walked around with the Fort Worth blues. Well, there's a full moon over Galway Bay tonight, silver lights of green and blue, and every place I travel to I find some kind of sign that you've been through. And Amsterdam is always good for grieving, London never fails to leave me blue, and Paris really ain't my kind of town, so I walked around with the Fort Worth blues. Thank you all very much.